The Nintendo Switch has been the best handheld gaming console since its launch in March 2017, shipping over 100 million units worldwide. Since then, a bunch of smaller companies have come up with their own Switch-like consoles to try and compete with it. In today's video, we take a look at the ROG Ally and see how it stacks up against the Nintendo Switch. So let's get right into this one. Starting off with the design. The ROG Ally is a sleek and sturdy, well-built device that feels ergonomic and comfortable in the hands. They have sloped off the sides for extra comfort and molded it to better match the natural shape of a cupped palm. The detachable side controls and thin base of the Switch definitely feel more flimsy and less ergonomic. However, it is still a good-looking device with its sweet and simple design, and it's reasonably comfortable. However, the design category does go to the Ally. Let's talk audio. The Switch has two little speaker grooves at the bottom that are honestly very decent. I would say on the same level as good flagship phone audio. However, the audio on the ROG is on another level, and you can tell by the placement of the speakers that they took this very seriously. It's around 35 to 40% louder than the Switch, and the quality is noticeably better all around. Moving on to visuals. The Switch has a 7-inch 720p 60Hz OLED panel. And even though the pixel density is quite low, it's a nice screen. It has deep contrast, color saturation is excellent, and the borders are very slim and even. The Ally is rocking a 7-inch 1080p 120Hz LCD display. 120Hz on a handheld is just insane. It also gets up to 500 nits of peak brightness, whereas the Switch is limited to 400, another win for the ROG. Portability is one of the main reasons a handheld console is so neat and awesome to have. You have a world of fun to dive into at any time or place. The Nintendo Switch is really well designed for portability. You can remove the side-mounted controls and it can basically fit into your pocket if you really need it to. Whereas the ROG is quite a chunky boy that won't be fitting into any normal sized pockets, an easy win for the Switch. Accessories. As the ROG Ally is quite a niche product, we didn't expect it to have a lot of accessories that would be available for it. That being said, you do get nice wireless earbuds, a cool tricked out Xbox controller, and Asus have also made a gaming charger dock with basically the same functionality as the Nintendo Switch dock. These things are all very well thought out and work, but it can't compete with the Nintendo Switch, as the market is so huge and so many companies compete to make the best accessories like cases, controllers, look customization, etc. There are just so many cool things you can get, and because there is competition, you can get cool cheap things. User experience. As these two devices run on completely different operating systems, the experience is vastly different. Nintendo's proprietary system feels smooth and polished, albeit controlled, and the ROG on Windows is just raw and unrefined, but gives a lot of possibilities. On the Switch, you just grab a game cartridge, slam it in, and you're off. Easy as pie and fast to load. On the Ally, the experience is definitely more clunky and pondersome, as Windows hasn't been designed to be a game-oriented system. So on the Switch, games are specifically developed to work with it and the layout, which makes this so smooth and easy. And the ROG is made to act like an Xbox controller that connects to a PC, so things aren't so well rounded. Yet after tinkering around if you need to, the games run smoothly without any issue. However, since it's running on Windows, all the other added things that computers can do, this can also do. So it's basically a computer with a controller built around it, which means you have a lot of software flexibility. Moving on to game library. The Ally gives you so many more options and titles when it comes to gaming. Anything you load on a PC is good to go. It's a gamer's dream. However, it's a difference of communities. The games on Switch are often shared with friends and family. It's a community and it's a family experience. If you love to game with your friends and family on popular games from your childhood, nothing else can compete. PC gamers also have their own community, but it's more like I'm in my cave and you're in yours, and we get together online. That's cool too. So more options on the Ally and more community and classic gaming experience on the Switch. What about performance? The Nintendo Switch is running an NVIDIA mobile chip with 4 gigs of RAM, which was powerful in its time way back in 2015, a long time ago. The Ally has 16 gigs of RAM combined with the Ryzen Z1 Extreme chip, it's got proper power and it blows the Switch right out of the water, and also gets 512 gigs of internal storage compared to 32 on the Switch. The ROG gets better online gaming performance, and the graphics are absolutely insane. When you have properly set up the controls and it's adapted, the Ally is in a league of its own. How long can you game on these devices? Well, the Ally comes stuffed with an absolutely huge 20,000 mAh battery and gets 100 watt fast charging, which seems like it would be great, but in our observations, the Switch outlasted by 3 hours on average. It's due to many factors like fans, the chip not being optimized to save battery life, and the fact that it runs full-sized gaming titles. The battery section is a clear victory to the Switch. How much do these bad boys cost? The ROG Ally starts at $600 and the Switch comes in at $300. There is a huge price difference. However, the upfront cost is only half the story. Since the hardware is the only place ROG make profit, after the sale of the Ally, it's yours without strings attached. However, on the Switch, you're going to pay top dollar for all games because it's a closed system and they can charge whatever they want. And Game Pass, which you can get on the Ally, is largely considered to be the best value for money subscription deal in gaming right now. All these things, and we think the price levels out. Conclusion: the Switch is a well-polished console gaming experience. It's fun, quirky, has a bunch of loved game titles, and a huge community of people who share in the experience. The Ally, a gamer's dream come true. It's a quality device with huge performance, and when you're playing it definitely feels like you're holding the future in your hands. This really depends on your gaming preference in a big way, but for us, the Ally is the option we'd go for. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments below. And if you found this video entertaining or informative, remember to smash the like button, hit subscribe and ding the notifications bell to stay up to date with our latest content. Until next time, stay under the spotlight.